I really did not think that I would wake up to this news. I thought I would wake up to the news that Chelsea have signed Haaland, they've signed Messi, they're in negotiations with Van Dijk, they're looking at getting Marco, and so that's what I was expecting to wake myself to, and I keep hoping that I'm going to wake up to that kind of news, but I didn't expect to wake up to this news. And Barca fans have been saying that this guy is a scourge, he's the worst thing, and so forth. Arrested?
Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H.
Guys, remember, guys, like that video and subscribe. Like that video and subscribe. Remember to follow your boy here on Twitter, man, and on Instagram. Follow my socials and so forth in the description box below. So, before I share, and we'll be going into detail now. Let's keep it real, guys. I know he's Bartomeu, he's the worst thing. Before, I think Ben Babin called him like a devil or something. Barca, if this guy is in the wrong alley or so forth with Barca fans, I fear for Bartomeu. So, but I still think that we should always say innocent till proven guilty. Innocent till proven guilty. I think every person deserves their day in court. Every person deserves their day in court. But let's look and detail as to what's popping off, man. So, shout out to your boys at Aspen for this whole thing. So, let's read. Former Barcelona president Josep Maria Bartomeu, his advisor, Jaume Masferrer, the club CEO, Oscar Grau, and head of legal services, Roman Gomez Ponti, have been arrested following a raid at the club's offices on Monday, sources have confirmed to ESPN. A spokesman for the local police also confirmed to ESPN that arrests are taking place, but we cannot give names. Why is that? Interesting. We are in the process of carrying out an operation at the moment with the agents from the Financial Crimes Unit. So basically, this is like, what's it called? Law and Order Special Victims Unit, SVU. A statement from Barcelona read, giving the entry of the local police at the club's offices per a court order relating to the hiring of a third-party company and monitoring services of social networks, FC Barcelona has offered its full support to judicial and police authorities and collaborated with them to clarify the facts that are subject to the investigation. Okay, so, that's blah, 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 blah. Okay, here we go. So, police arrived at Barca's offices to search for evidence in relation to the Barcagate social media scandal and later made the arrests. It has been, okay, now this is the juice. This is the juice that we're coming in here for. This is the main juice. It has been 1 year since it was alleged that Barca, under Bartomeu at the time, paid a third-party company to smear former players. Okay, so smear former players, current players, and presidential candidates on social media. Barca strongly denied the allegations and rescinded their contract with i3 Ventures, the company behind the social media accounts. An external audit by PricewaterhouseCoopers later cleared the Catalan club of any wrongdoing and also found that Barca did not pay any inflated price for a number of services, blah, blah, blah. However, police continue to look into the case, having opened their own investigation last year. They first raided the club's Camp Nou offices in June 2020 in search of documents relating to the allegations. Yes, I think, guys, we remember that. That's during the whole message that we remember that. So Bartomeu has since resigned, although his resignation was unrelated to the scandal, and the club will elect a new president on Sunday. So obviously this is from John Laporte, who says, this is the first I've heard, but the first thing is the presumption of innocence, which is what I was saying. Okay, the allegations were first made by a local radio station in February 2020. Evidence was revealed that showed that, as well as defending Bartomeu, i3 was behind a number of Facebook accounts that had attacked people related to the club, including players Lionel Messi, Gerard Piqué, former captain Javi Hernandez, ex-manager Pep Guardiola, and presidential candidates Victor Font and Augusto Benedito. Bartomeu and Barca rescinded the contracts with i3 immediately and denied all knowledge of the accounts. Bartomeu's advisor Masferrer was later suspended after being held responsible for the club's relationship with i3. Here's my thing. I think we've read enough here, man. So the main culprits here are i3, this company that has that has obviously access to these social media accounts. Because remember what I always says, I call myself a narrative merchant. So i3 are narrative merchants. I did say innocent until proven guilty, but I needed keywords to sort of grab keywords, and I think the key thing we saw there was under Bartomeu. I'm a company. See, no, look. Let's just look at both. But let's say I'm a company, a social media company that has access to the social media accounts of employees of your company. I don't work for those employees. I work for you, the president. I've been hired by you. You don't work for the people who work for the guy who hired you. You work for the guy who hired you. You work for the guy who got into the interview room and say, bet, boom. You report to him. Everything you do is for him. It's to make him look good. Bartomeu's argument is they did all this stuff independently. They didn't have anything to do with it and so forth. They did this stuff independently. Why would i3 independently discredit current players, previous players, potential candidates? Why? That is such a leap to take of doing such a thing. It's possible, but again, you just have to use logic here. Why would i3 independently be like, I think this could help Bartomeu. We're going to go ahead and discredit these dudes. We're here to serve you. So the most plausible thing, I'm not saying this is what happens, I'm saying the most plausible thing is Bartomeu was, look, we've seen all the movies. The most plausible thing, I believe, it may not be right, it may not be wrong, but I believe the most plausible thing is Bartomeu said in the most secret way, where nothing can be traced. Discredit these guys. Keep this on a hush-hush. And Bartomeu would have used like a second, third person to do so nothing can come back to him, because Bartomeu was like, okay, this could potentially happen where it could now come back to me. So once he now gets arrested and taken over, he's caught all the cords, caught all the threats, so nothing can be traced back to him. So he communicated with i3 in a way where nothing is on tape, there are no digital footprints, and there's no evidence that he directly asked these dudes anything. So it's just perhaps their word against his. Doesn't their word against his? Remember, doesn't that sound familiar? Word, promise. He said, she said. The whole Messi thing. When Messi said, Bartomeu, you told me one thing, but now you're not saying another thing. So, because I'm just trying to use my logic. Again, I don't have a dog in the fight here. I don't have a side here. So I told you, I'm just a guy that I'm a football analyst, So, but I'm using logic, my brain here. And my thing is, why would i3 operate independently? It makes sense that they would have operated based off instructions from a higher up, instructions from an employer who said, I want you to do X. And like, okay, boom, they would do X. Because if I'm an investigator or so forth and I'm like interviewing people, I'll say to them, why would you do this? Why would you? It's such a leap to take. And 100%, that can't be part of your job description. So your job description is, okay, if Barca guys are acting funny, launch a smear campaign to discredit them and to make your boss look good and to make these players look bad, so you can now change the narrative in the public sphere. Because my thing is, whoever did this, whether it was i3 independently or Bartomeu instructed them, it's one of the dumbest things you could do. Because there's sort of such a thing as reading the room, where it's like, the fans will always side with the players. Even if you give them a reason not to, they'll find a reason to still ride with the players. They'll be like, okay, yes, Messi said Barca is a piece of crap and he hates Barca. Yeah, but maybe it was his clone. Yeah, but... Do you know how much they love Messi? Do you know how much they love Xavi? Do you know how much they love Iniesta? Do you know how much they love Pep? Barca fans still want Pep to come back. Do you know what he did for Barcelona? Do you know how he improved Barca's image? The foundation that he left down? So it's going to take a lot to discredit these dudes. Especially if it's literally, it's a smear campaign. So it's not actually based on truth. It's a smear campaign, which is trying to build a false narrative. Because these guys will be like, no, it's not true. So who are they going to believe? Some imaginary thing that has now put forth these different facts and figures, or the actual person says, no, that's not true. All right, let's show you our evidence against my evidence. So let's see what happens with Bartomeu. But I'm just saying to myself that it's like, again, innocent until proven guilty. Innocent until proven guilty. But why would I3 operate independently of Bartomeu? That is obviously Bartomeu and Barca say, oh no, we have nothing to do with them, and we cut ties with them because they. But it's like, you hired that company. Why the heck would they act in? Why the heck would they do that? That is, why would they do that without instruction? I mean, you guys tell me. But look, we'll see. We'll see. I'm one of those guys that I like facts. I'm a facts merchant. I'm a truth merchant. Let's just see when the facts come out, the truth come out, and so forth, and then we'll see where all this lies, man. But yeah, man, this is like a movie, guys. I don't know whether you've watched like Eyes of March or All the President's Men. This is like a freaking movie, political intrigue and so forth. So let's just see where all this lies, man. So guys, man, remember to like that vid, remember to subscribe, and guys, tell me what you think in the comments below, man. Is Bartomeu going to jail? Do you think he has a point to defend? Tell me your thoughts. Peace out, stay true, one love. Like, subscribe. Become a Football Hut member and gain access to cool emojis on the live streams and get access to new YouTube content by clicking the join button here. And to view that new content, head over to the YouTube channel homepage and click on the community tab over here. Become a patron member. Gain access to my blog, get access to exclusive videos, and also get access to the podcast of the Saturday and the Sunday hangouts. Head over to patreon.com/halfwop to gain all these goodies while also supporting your boy HH.